These are the plays that are going to win you the most money today. We're going to go through some of the highest probability plays in the NBA. Now, before we get to that, let's talk about last night. Bust out the brooms yet again. All right. Again, we swept across the board. The free one that I gave you guys on the show, Anthony Davis, he crushed that one. He was a little bit in jeopardy of a blowout factor at certain points there. They're up by 20 at the end of the third quarter. Luckily, it got a little bit closer and he got back in, surpassed his number easily. Then we had in the same game, we had the under on LeBron James, under 47.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He had a 77% probability behind that. He played pretty well. He did. He played pretty good. But you have to play really, really good to surpass 47.5 points, rebounds, and assists, where he went under that number, even playing pretty well. So like I said before, if you guys, heard me talk about LeBron a couple times so far on the show, they've inflated his number when he starts racking up some triple doubles. You could really take advantage of the under, especially when he has a good matchup for sure, because that is a lot of points, rebounds, and assists. And there's only about 3 players in the NBA that usually fluctuate that number, which is Jokic, Giannis, and Luka. So LeBron having that high of a number, definitely, we've already hit, I think, 3 times going on the under once that number has been inflated. Then we had Jason Tatum for the Celtics, over 38.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He had a 78% probability back in that. He surpassed that one pretty easy as well. At halftime, he had like 29 points, rebounds, and assists. So he was well on pace for sure. He blew that number out. So again, 3-0 yesterday. All right. If you guys want these plays, you guys want to be successful in sports betting, click the link down in the description. Stop sitting on the sidelines and sitting there and watching the show every day, seeing how we win every single day. All right. There's some days where we don't win, but the majority of the days you guys see we are winning. So if you want to be a part of the team, make sure you guys go click the link in the description. All right. Now, before we get to today's stuff, $1,000 Fridays every Friday, giving away $1,000 cash. All you got to do is be subscribed and comment GOAT down below. There's still about 60 to 70% of you that comment that are not subscribed. You are not entered in the random generator with your name if you're not subscribed. It's that simple, guys. Just click the button. All you have to do is click the button to subscribe to the channel. And then you are able to be entered into that $1,000 giveaway because you're wasting your time commenting if you are not subscribed. So make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. It's very important if you want a chance to win $1,000 cash every Friday till the end of the year. Now let's go ahead and talk about today's slate. So we're going to start with Trae Young. It seems like we talked about him plenty of times so far in the beginning of the season here. And again, he's been able to print money on the under when his number was inflated. At one point, he did have an inflated number of like 43.5, 44.5. I think one day he had like 46.5 PRA. And of course, we've hit the under on all those. Now the number's trending down a little bit. So as you can see, the probability here, we got a 57% probability for him to go under 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I don't like how the number is getting a little bit lower because like I said, at one point it was at like 43.5 all the way up to 46.5. And now it's trending to get lower because he's not really getting there. All right. And you're able to print money on the under on him. So this one's a little bit shaky. It's 57%, which of course, you know me, I don't really like sub 60 percentiles, but it is what it is. There's a 57% chance for him to go under that 40.5 points, rebounds, and assist mark. He is going against the 7th best team at guarding the point guard position. So there is some resistance there for sure. So this one's a little bit iffy, of course. I'm putting it out there for you guys so you can make the decision really if you want to go with it or not. Me, sub 60%, I usually don't roll with whatsoever. I always go with the highest probability plays on any given day. All right, let's get to the next one here. Kind of in the same realm here. We got Damian Lillard. He has a 54% probability to go over 33.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He is going against the worst team at guarding the point guard position. And then obviously if Giannis plays, it kind of hurts him as well. If Giannis doesn't play, you would have to snatch this number pretty much now. All right. But you'd have to pretty much take a gamble to see if Giannis is going to play or not. Because if he doesn't play, you're not going to get 33.5. That's going to go up to like 38.5 probably. All right. So definitely something to look into there. He is going against the worst team at guarding the point guard position. He could definitely get this over even with Giannis on the court. But 54% probability, of course, like I said, is sub 60. So really today in the NBA, there's not a crazy amount of higher probability plays for the player props. All right. There is a decent amount of games, but there's just the matchups are just really not there. All right. But decent, decent here with Lillard. Now, again, you have a shot that if Giannis doesn't play, and if you grab this number early, you should easily surpass this number. Lillard should easily surpass that number if Giannis sits. But if he ends up playing, he still could hit this number because 33.5 is not that high. You just have to have a decent game to get over that number. All right. But he does have a 54% probability to back that. Now let's get to Donovan Mitchell. We've played him already a couple times throughout the year, and we've been on the over on him a couple times, and he's hit. Once again, we're going to go back 60% probability for him to go over 29.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's going against the 8th worst team at guarding the shooting guard position. So Donovan Mitchell heavily relies on scoring, but he could put up 30 points any given night. So he's definitely, has a shot here for sure with a decent matchup. He's not one of the best matchups, but a decent matchup to where he could surpass that 29.5 points, rebounds, and assist number. That's not a lot to get. All right. He needs 30 pretty much. And he could definitely rack that up with a game that's, he has 25 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists or whatnot, something like that. He could definitely surpass that, or he could just score 30 points outright and end up hitting that. So this one's a 60% probability to back that. We've already hit him a couple times already this season on the over. So of the 3 that I just discussed, I would think that probably this one would be the most one that has the best opportunity, even with the probability, obviously 60%, while the others are below 60. But 29.5 for Donovan Mitchell for the number 1 guy on that team shouldn't be too hard for him to get. All right. Again, tonight in the NBA, like I said, there's not crazy amount of probabilities in the NBA tonight, but it is what it is. All right. Now let's go ahead and get to the F-bombs for tonight. F-bombs, I do have a 73% probability though in the NBA. So there is one that has a pretty high probability of hitting. And then there's a 74% one in the NHL. If you guys want those F-bombs, make sure you click the link in the description and join the group. It's that simple. All right. That's all you guys got to do. Click the link in the description and you join the group. And guess what? Now you're learning exactly what to do and how to find these plays. All right. It's that simple. It's all you got to do. Let's go through them one more time. All right. Trae Young. He's printed money on the under. His numbers dropped a little bit. So I'm a little bit worried on that aspect that his number dropped. But still, 57% probability. Decent. All right. Decent. Me, I probably won't be on it because sub 60% I don't really do. But I'm here to give you exactly the information that you need to determine whether you want to roll with it or not. Same thing with Damian Lillard. 54% probability is not really impressive. That's pretty much a coin flip there. But there is an opportunity that Giannis ends up sitting, and this does help his probability for sure. And you won't be able to touch a 33.5 number if Giannis ends up sitting tonight's game. So you have to make a decision on what you want to do really on that. He has a great matchup. He could definitely get over 33.5 with Giannis playing as well. And then out of the 3, the one that I think has the best shot probably is going to be Donovan Mitchell here. All right. Donovan Mitchell with 60% probability to go over 29.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Not that hard for him to get. He could get that in just points alone on any given night. Just really depends on how he shoots. And the way he's been playing pretty decent. All right. Even on that huge win streak that Cleveland's doing, they've been playing pretty good. All right. Even though they lost last night. But before that, they've been playing pretty good. And Donovan Mitchell is the focal point of that offense for sure. And he's going against the 8th worst team at guarding his position. So he should have some leeway to be able to knock down some shots and to rack up some points for sure. All right. And again, for the F-bombs, there's a 73% NBA and a 74% NHL. You guys want those? Click the link in the description. All right. Stop sitting on the sidelines, guys, and watching us and the team win all the time here. All right. Stop doing that. Join the team. It's very simple. Instead of watching and trying to make, the decision on your own and you end up losing, join the group. It's very simple. Click the link in the description. That is all you have to do to be able to join the group here at Linemaker Sports.